That is the verse number 30, Surah Al-Anbiya, the prophets. And that's very beautiful verse, and it's mentioning the two great scientific facts. One is related to the physics and the other one related to the biology. What Allah said here, أَوَلَمْ يَرَى الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا, and did not seen the disbelievers, those who reject the faith, those who reject Allah, that the heavens and the earth were joined together as one mass. Then we split them asunder. We split them asunder. Now what Allah said here, that this universe was one mass, is joined together. There were no galaxies and there were no stars and planets and sun and moon, no earth. All was one mass, and we split them asunder. We split them asunder means it was split, and it becomes a universe. And what is the modern scientific research revealed to us, that which very well known fact as Big Bang Theory, in which they say that this universe was one mass and there was a big explosion which they call it Big Bang, and after that explosion it becomes a universe, the galaxies and planets and stars. And that's supposed to be to have a more faith in Allah, that who was that powerful creator who made that explosion, and after that explosion it doesn't make the chaos, but it becomes a development. It becomes a great development, and that development is going on non-stop. And how great the creation was made by this explosion, that we are living in a galaxy which we named it Milky Way galaxy, and it has 300 billion stars. 300 billion stars. And there are stars which is millions of times bigger than our Earth. And there's only one galaxy. There are more than 300 billion galaxies in the universe. And if we count them, all of the human beings, the 8 billion people, if only to count the stars in the universe, we need the millions of years to count them only, just to count them. Sometimes we see in the sky, because of the pollution, we see some stars. And these stars are already finished. They are already destroyed. But the light just coming to the earth and we just see them today. But this image is coming on our earth. It's a millions of years old image which is coming to earth today. Because the light is reaching today. Even though the speed of the light is 300,000 kilometers per second, yet the light is coming on the earth after millions of years. This is a great creation, that if you need to travel in this universe with the circumference, because universe is spherical, the earth is spherical, the sun, the moon, the stars, the planets, everything is spherical. And above this universe, there is an arch which Allah created to control all creation, and that arch is also spherical, with the Lohe Mahfuz, which is like hard disk, to control this great creation. Now imagine this. If you want to travel in the universe, you need to travel more than 100 billion years. You need to travel for more than 100 billion years with the speed of the light, which is 300,000 kilometers per second. And this universe is continuously being controlled. How is possible nobody control it? Somebody, great creator, the great powerful Lord, the God, or supreme being, who is controlling that great universe, and which is started with one explosion, according to the modern science. What Allah said here, كَانَ تَرَدْكًا فَفَتَقْنَاهُمَا, they were together as one mass, then we split them asunder. وَجَعَلْنَا مِنَ الْمَاءِ كُلَّ شَيْءٍ حَيٍّ. The first part of the verse is related to the physics, the knowledge. It is the greatest ever theory in the modern physics, which is proven to be true, that the Big Bang Theory is the starting of the universe. And the other part of the ayah is another big theory of biology, the origin of the life. وَجَعَلْنَا مِنَ الْمَاءِ كُلَّ شَيْءٍ حَيٍّ. And from water, we bring out all the living things. The human beings and the plants, animals, human, animals, and the plants all originated from water. Water is alive. Prior to this theory of Big Bang, like old scholars like Socrates or Aristotle, they all believe in unlimited universe. They used to believe that our universe is unlimited. So in other words, they believe universe is God. Because they believe the universe is no beginning and no end. But we believe the universe is beginning and universe is end according to the Quran. And we only believe that there is only one who is without beginning and without end, and that's Allah. Allah is without beginning and without end. He is without dimension. He is without direction. He is without limitations. He is without place, and he is without the space, and he is without the time. There is no time for him. You cannot say that Allah is the past, Allah is the present, and Allah is the future. No. You cannot make a location for him because he is the one creator of all locations. He is free from any location because he cannot fit hints in any location because it's unlimited, infinite God. So when there was a theory by the Big Bang theory, and there was a scientist named Edwin Hubble, and he made the Hubble telescope, and he tried to make a video of the universe, and he found out the universe is expanding. And Allah mentioned in the Quran that we created this universe with might, وَإِنَّا لَمُوسِعُونَ, and we are expanding it. So even the expansion of the universe is mentioned in the Quran 1,400 years ago when nobody knew about it. That had been Hubble, and he made a Hubble telescope. It is just 100 years ago. This Big Bang theory is just 100 years ago. But the Quran mentioned it 1,400 years ago. What is proof at now? That the Quran is the book from the creator of the universe. This book, the Quran, is from the creator of the universe. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned it here in the Quran when nobody knew about it. So what is the old theory about the universe is unlimited was false. There is only one unlimited, infinite, and that's God, Almighty Allah, the creator of the universe, who is free from space and time, who is unlimited. Even though the creation, the universe is the biggest creation, it's a big creation of Allah, but there is another big creation, bigger creation of Allah is earth. The earth is above the sky, above the universe, and is controlling the universe. With the hard disk there is Lohe Mahfuz. And Allah will, and this is a great creation. Example, every day there are millions of stars are colliding each other, which is a plant collision, and it's producing the energy. Everything in the universe is rotating and producing the energy. And they don't collide each other unless if it is decided by Allah which stars need to collide, and that becomes energy. The energy, the particles, the particles from the sun and then from the other planets and stars are coming on the earth, and we can be destroyed in 1 second. The millions of tons of particles are coming on the earth, and it can destroy our earth in 1 second. But Allah make us 7 layers to protect us, like ozone layer, the electromagnetic layer. Our earth is surrounded by the 7 layers, 7 roofs, 7 canopies, which protecting our earth from all those. The sun is millions of miles away from us, and there is a perfect distance for the earth, for the sun to the earth. If the sun will get closer, we all will burn. And if the sun gets farther, we all will get freeze. And they are rotating the sun and moon to making our day and night. And these all are the signs that there is a creator who is doing all this. So that was the one fact about the physics knowledge, which we call in the modern science is the Big Bang theory. What is the other fact mentioned in this verse of Surah Al-Anbiya? وَجَعَلْنَا مِنَ الْمَاءِ كُلَّ شَيْءٍ حَيٍّ, and from the water we bring out all the life. The parasites, the amoeba, the reptiles, all the fish and all the mammals and all the animals and all the human beings and all the plants, they all origin from the water. Without water, there is no life. The scientists they try to check there is many planets which are not livable for us because there is no water there. The earth is the perfect place for us to live. That's why Allah sent the Prophet Adam on the earth. Because it is the place which Allah created us with. Because the soil from which the Prophet Adam was created, that soil came from the earth. and different part of the earth. That's why Prophet Adam has a different kind of generations, different colors of generations, because the soil came from all the continents, from Asia, from Africa, from Europe, from South America, from all around the world. The soil was collected by the angels, and that was created the body of the Adam with mixed with water, and Allah put the soul inside, and the Prophet Adam was alive, and then Allah created his wife from his own body, and then they lived together, and Allah forbid them not to eat from one tree, but because the shaitan was taken away the honor of being Khalifa on earth, so he misguided them to eat from that tree. So their clothes were taken off and they covered themselves with the leaves of the paradise, and they were sent on the earth with condition that you want to go back to paradise, follow the commandments of Allah, you can go back to paradise. And after mentioning this, all the facts about universe and about the life cycle, what Allah said, "Afala yu'minun," why will you not then believe that Allah mentioned this to you when you knew not this all facts? And if you can go in the Surah Al-Anbiya, it's full of knowledge. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَمَا جَعَلْنَا لِبَشَرٍ مِّن قَبْلِكَ خُلْدَ فَإِمَّا مِتَّ فَهُمُ الْخَالِدُونَ. That Allah did not make any human being to live forever. So if they will die, so will they will be living forever? Then Allah mentioned also, وَجَعَلْنَا فِي الْأَرْضِ رَوَاسِيَ أَن تَمِيدَ بِهِمْ وَجَعَلْنَا فِيهَا فِجَاجًا فَسُبُلًا لَعَلَّهُمْ يَهْتَدُونَ وَجَعَلْنَا السَّمَاءَ سَقْفًا مَحْفُوظًا. And Allah make this sky the protected roof for us. وَمَنْ آيَاتِهَا مُعْرِضُونَ, and they are away from the signs of Allah. وَهُوَ الَّذِي خَلَقَ اللَّيْلَ وَالنَّهَارَ وَالشَّمْسَ وَالْقَمَرَ كُلٌّ فِي فَلَكٍ يَسْبَحُونَ. And He created the night and the day and the sun and the moon. They all are rotating in their orbits. Now that's a very good knowledge here about the physics. When I was in my college in last year of my college, which we call metric, I learned about the fact of the scientific fact that my teacher told me that the sun is not moving. The sun is not moving, and sun is in the middle, and all the planets, 9 planets which is in solar system, our solar system, they are rotating. The moon is rotating, but the sun is stationary. And that was 100% wrong knowledge. In that time, it was 1985. But the Quran was still mentioned it. وَالَّذِي خَلَقَ اللَّيْلَ وَالنَّهَارَ وَالشَّمْسَ وَالْقَمَرَ كُلٌّ فِي فَلَكٍ يَسْبَحُونَ. And He who created the night and the day and the sun and the moon, and they all rotate in their orbit. All rotate in their orbit. So Allah mentioned that the sun has an orbit, and sun is rotating in its orbit. And that time the scientists don't believe the sun is rotating because of their limited knowledge against the knowledge of Allah, which is unlimited. And Allah said that the sun is also rotating. And today all the scientists in the world, they found out and they believe that the sun is rotating. So it means to say the science can be mistaken, Allah cannot be mistaken. There was a time when the science was telling us that human beings are children of monkey. But today, the scientists are rejecting that idea. Darwin theory is being rejected by the scientists because they never found any proof for that. Just forgeries. Just false pictures and diagrams and false pictures made by the people to just try to prove it. But it's all false. Darwin theory was not proven. The human beings are not coming from monkey, but human being coming from a human being whose name is Adam, and he was made from soil and water, and that can be proven with laboratory. If you get our composition of our body, how many percent of hydrogen, carbon, oxygen, phosphorus, iron, and try to write it down how many percentage, all our body, and try to get the soil and water and mix them and try to bring in the laboratory and check how many percentage of hydrogen, carbon, oxygen, phosphorus, magnesium, iron, and compare it with the human composition, 100% accurate, same. So it can prove in what Allah said, that He created a human being from soil and water, and that is the same composition of our body. What is the composition of soil and water? كل نفس ذائقة الموت ونبلوكم بالشر والخير فتنة وإلينا ترجعون. And every soul will test the death, and we will test you all with harm and benefit as a trial. وإلينا ترجعون, and all of you will be returned to us. In the end of Surah Al, also is mentioned about many prophets here, like Prophet Yunus, whose name is mentioned here is An-Nun. When Allah angry to him and he was thrown in the sea, and he was swallowed by a fish, a big whale fish. And when he was there for 3 days and 3 nights until he learned a dua, which is a very beautiful dua, which is as full of humbleness. La ilaha illa anta subhanaka inni kuntu minaz zalimin, which we can always recite to cool down the anger of Allah. So Allah will not punish us and Allah always forgive us. La ilaha illa anta subhanaka inni kuntu minaz zalimin. There is no God except you. You are free from error. For whatever you command is perfect. Inni kuntu minaz zalimin. Surely we were among the wrongdoers. فَاسْتَجَبْنَا لَهُ وَنَجَّيْنَاهُ مِنَ الْغَمِّ وَكَذَلِكَ نَنْجِي الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. And Allah forgiven him. It's mentioned about Prophet Daud, Prophet Ibrahim, Prophet Ismail, Prophet Idris, Prophet Zulkifl. And it's mentioned about Maryam. والتي يحسنت فرجها ونفخنا فيها من روحنا وجعلناها وابنها وآية للعالمين. And she who protected her destiny, then we breathed it into her and then make her and her son as a signs for the whole world. And Allah mentioned it about that the people of the city, which is Jerusalem, they will not return it, which is forbidden to them to return. They will not return it until the Yajuj and Majuj will come out from every mount. That's what I said yesterday, the Yajuj and Majuj, or the Gog and Magog, already out from Caucasian mountains. And they are the Caucasians. And they are the most mischief makers. The World War I and World War II, they were the one who ignited, which killed more than 100 million people. They are the one who are destroying our food with genetically modified organisms. They are the one who are destroying our water and our air and our atmosphere. Like today, they are producing the ethanol. The ethanols are made from our crops. So we are going to be deprived with our foods. And that ethanol is going to be put in the vehicles. And we are going to breathe the alcohol, burned alcohol into our lungs, into our system. So we are going to have a more and more destruction in our lives, and more cancers will be spread in the world. And they are going to produce the medicine to sell to us. So they destroy us and they bring the medicine to sell it and to make money out of it. If you live in a remote place, in the countryside, in the clean area, there is no such things anymore. And then the last surah we read is Surah Al-Hajj. And very scary, the first verse, 2 verses of Surah Al-Hajj. Ya ayyuhan nasu ttaqu rabbakum. O mankind, fear your Lord. Inna zalzalata as-sa'ati shay'un azim. Surely the earthquake of the hour is a great thing. What is the earthquake of hour? The hour is the place, hour is the time when Allah destroyed the earth. And to Israfil, the angel, to make a big noise, and that noise is going to destroy everything on the earth. All of people on the earth will be perished. And these stages were not known to the people for 1,400 years ago, but it's mentioned in the Quran. There is no ultrasound before, but it's mentioned in the Quran. Why? Because this Quran is the book of the Creator who created everything. There is a Canadian doctor, Dr. Keith Moore. He wrote the book of anatomy, the human anatomy. And in every page, he mentioned the words of the Quran to say that what is we are researching is already in the Quran before. And he said that that's what I can say, that the Quran is a divine origin. It is coming from the divine, the God who created the human being, and it's mentioned in everything, when there is no ultrasound machine that time and there is no modern technology that time, but Allah mentioned in the stages of the human embryo, the human child production in the womb of the mother perfectly. So we have a lots of scientific knowledge in the Quran, which is not available on the time of the Prophet Muhammad, but is mentioned in the Quran because the Quran is revealed and it is not made by the human being. And Allah says, ذَلِكَ بِأَنَّ اللَّهُ وَالْحَقِّ, and that is Allah who is the haq, who is the truth. وَأَنَّهُ يُحْيِي الْمَوْتَ وَأَنَّهُ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ قَدِيرٌ, and He will be going to resurrect, give the life to the dead, and He has power over everything. وَأَنَّ السَّاعَةَ آتِيَةٌ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهَا وَأَنَّ اللَّهَ يَبْعَثُ مَنْ فِي الْقُبُورِ, and surely the hour when Allah will destroy this earth, the universe, there is no doubt in it. وَأَنَّ اللَّهَ يَبْعَثُ مَنْ فِي الْقُبُورِ, and surely Allah will resurrect those who are in the graves. And Allah said that surely, do you not see surely Allah making sajda to Allah, whoever is in the skies and who is in the earth, whoever in the universe, and the sun and the moon, and the stars and the mountains, and the trees, and the animals, وَكَثِيرٌ مِنَ النَّاسِ, and among the many of the men, and many of those who are justified the punishment upon them, they all are bowing down to Allah. If you can look at the shape of the sun, it's always bowing down on the side. The moon is bowing down on the sides. The stars are bowing down. The jibal is always in the position of bow down. The trees are always in the position of bow down. Animals are always bow down their head. Only the human being, Allah make it upright and give the choice to bow down with your own self, with your own choice. The rest of the creation are always they are in prostrating, always they are in sajda position. Only the man is upright, and Allah commanding the man to bow down with your own will, with your own choice. And the last message from the end of the Surah Al-Hajj, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Ya ayyuhan nasu duriba mathalum fastami'u lah, innal ladhina tad'una min dunillahi lan yakhluqu dhubaban wa law ijtami'u lah. وَيَسْلُبُهُمُ الذُّبَابُ شَيْئًا لَيَسْتَنْقِذُوهُ مِنْهُ ضَعُفَ الطَّالِبُ وَالْمَطْلُوبُ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, O mankind, giving you the example, so listen to it. Surely those who are invoking gods other than Allah, these gods cannot make one fly. Can you look the fly? Do you know the eyes of the fly has how many lenses? 6,000 lenses in the eyes of the fly. That's why it's very fast to move. When you just move the hands, the fly run away. It's very active, very super active. Like the eagle. The glasses in the lens in the eagle can magnify the prey for 5,000 times. Like 1 kilometer, the 5,000 meters will be like a 1 meter for the eagle, because of the lens is very powerful. If the eagle is 5 kilometers away, or the 5,000 meters away from its prey, its hunt, he can see that one like 1 meter only. But in the case of the fly, the eyes contain 6,000 lenses, that's why it's very powerful eyesight. And Allah said, those who are worshipping other than Allah, they all gather together. You are worshipper and the one you worship, the idols or human beings or whoever, gather all you together and make one fly. Even to make the one wing of the fly, not possible. Even you can gather all of you together. And if the fly take away from you something, you cannot take it back from the fly. If the fly take you something from you, you cannot take it back from you. So Allah said, the people who worship those gods, and their gods are all weak. They are weak. The one who are asking the help from their gods, and those who want supposed to help you, they are all weak. They cannot even take back if the fly takes something from them. For example, the fly can sit on you, can take your DNA. Can take some DNA from can take some tissue from you, can take some cells from you, and you cannot take it back from them. Ma qadarullahu haqqa qadrihi, inna Allah laqawiyyun aziz. They did not estimate what is estimated of Allah, the greatness of Allah. Surely Allah is the powerful, the Almighty. Mujahidu fi Allahi haqqa jihadi, they struggle in the way of Allah as it is the right to struggle. Millat abikum Ibrahima, the religion of your father Ibrahim. The Prophet Muhammad always followed the religion of Abraham, which is Islam. وَسَمَّاكُمُ الْمُسْلِمِينَ مِنْ قَبْلُ وَفِي هَذَا, and that is the name given to us as Muslimin, those who are submitting to the commands of Allah. And the Prophet Muhammad will be witness upon them, and we will be witness upon the mankind. فَقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ وَآتُوا الزَّكَاةَ, so establish the salah, the 5 times daily prayer. وَآتُوا الزَّكَاةَ, and give the zakat. وَاعْتَصِمُوا بِاللَّهِ وَمَوْلَاكُمْ, and hold Allah, who is our Mawla, He is our Mawla. وَنِعْمَ الْمَوْلَى وَنِعْمَ النَّصِيرُ. How great Mawla is He, and how great helper is He. May Allah guide us, may Allah forgive us. Inshallah, tonight is the 24th night of Ramadan. We have 6 more nights after tonight, so we can continue to pray, and during those nights, to catch up with the Laylatul Qadr, which is better than 1,000 months. And inshallah, we can always pray to Allah to forgive us and all believers, and guide us, all of us, and accept all our ibadat. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen.